All right, in this video, I'm going to talk about Git and how it works, and maybe why you might need it in your project. Okay, so back in the Stone Age, you might have a project and you might have different people working on the project, and maybe each person has their own version, so everyone will make a copy, and maybe you're passing it through email or USB, and then you might have to share those files, and then you might have to manually compare the differences between it and then combine it. So you can see that when you do it that way, it becomes pretty hectic. You'll have a bunch of copies everywhere. You might have a folder that has like version one, two, three, up to some number. So that's not very sustainable, and it's very hard to track your changes. So what Git brings us is the ability to manage all of these changes, whether it's personal or within a project where many people are in it. It helps us organize that and track all those changes. So typically, how the structure works is there's a remote repo. You might be using GitLab or GitHub, and then each person will have a local repo. And essentially, what a repo is just a main folder with your code. That's doesn't have to be code. It could be anything. It could be things with PCB drawings or CAD models. Pretty much any files that's inside a folder, a main folder for a project. It could be called a repo. And then inside all of these local repos will be your own copy, and these will all be version controlled, and you could um, exchange information between different people using like push and pull commands. So what Git allows us to do is give us a bunch of commands, usually with a git keyword and with another word following, like git add, git commit, git push. So you'll have all these sort of keywords that lets you go to different stages of your project. So you might have like a staging area, a local repo area, a remote repo area. So it'll kind of take you back and forth. So by the end of this series, you will be able to understand how to use most of these git commands and when to use it, certain sequence of calling these commands. And there's a cheat sheet here that you could find. There's several online. This is one of them that's from the Git website. So you can see it gives you like a quick overview of all the different Git commands. So I think the best way to get good at these is just to do some practices, and you'll see how to use most of these in the following videos. All right, if you found this video helpful, give a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.